Exams. The exams are 75% of your total grade. There are 4 exams in the regular semester, which is 18.75% per exam, and 3 exams in the summer semester, 25% per exam. This includes the final, which is just over the last section of material in the course, and is just another exam. None of these exams can be dropped because all the material in this course is important. All the sections are important. Compare this to the quizzes, where each quiz is only approximately 1% of your overall grade. So if you're going to make a mistake, make it on the quizzes and see what your mistakes are before you take the exam. You're going to take the exams at one of the testing centers, and to do this, you would simply walk into one of the testing centers during their normal hours. For Huntsville and Decatur, that is usually between 8 a.m. to 7 p.m. Monday through Thursday. You should get there at least by 5 p.m. in order to take the exam, because the exam is scheduled for 2 hours, and you want to give yourself 2 hours to take the exam. So you don't want to get there and cut yourself short by having the testing center close on you. If you get to the testing center at 6 p.m. or later, you won't even be let in. They won't let you start the exam after 6 p.m. What you would do once you get to the center is present your ID and then announce your course and the instructor. And you'll be asked to leave your books and your backpack at the front of the testing center. So anything you bring with you will be asked to be left at the front, including your cell phone. So if you don't want those things to be left unattended at the front, then don't bring them into the testing center. You can take the exam any day before the exam deadline. I will submit the exam, I'll submit the first exam in the first week of the course of the semester, and then I'll submit the second exam on the day that I pick up the first exam. So that'll be the day after the first exam is due, and you could take that second exam at any time in those weeks prior to the deadline date for that second exam, and so forth. Here's the testing center in the Huntsville campus. It's in the Sparkman building, which is the old building behind the new fancy building that they have now. And you would enter this building, I guess, from the back here, because the parking lot's in the back. And so the testing center, as you enter the main entrance, would be right there on the left as you come in. Here's the testing center on the Decatur campus. It's in building number 9, which is the testing center and adult education building right across from the robotics technology park. I'm actually in the main campus building of building 14 over here, so I'm only a couple buildings away. But this US Highway 31 is going north-south, and the testing center is on the north end of this building right here. If you're too far away from a Calhoun testing center, then you might have to have a proctor give you the exam. So you have to find the proctor. The proctor can be a reputable and responsible person. Normally that would be a local college or university testing center, a professor at a local college, a local library official, or a respected supervisor at your work. One of these would be acceptable. Once you find a proctor, have the proctor contact me at my email address, john.golben@calhoun.edu. And if it's a suitable proctor, I will then send them your exam along with the instructions on how to proctor your exam. You will then schedule your exam with your proctor, and the proctor will administer your exam, take up your exam, and then the proctor, once completed, will scan your exam or take a picture of it and send it back to me attached to an email so that I can grade it. What to bring to the test? Well, you want to bring yourself, and hopefully you're coming in with a positive attitude. You want to bring a basic scientific calculator. I prefer the Casio Solar Calculator. It's only about $9 at Walmart or Target. And being solar, it's got its own energy source, so you won't have to worry about it running out of power. And it's got all the mathematical functions that you need. So this would be a good investment. Also bring a writing utensil. If you bring a pencil, you can erase your mistakes, but sometimes you want to keep your work there just so it might be evaluated for partial credit. You also want to bring your brain, hopefully not someone else's brain, but your brain, so that all the work that you do is your own work. You're allowed to bring a 4-inch by 6-inch formula card. On this formula card, you can write definitions and you can write formulas, but you cannot write any worked out mathematics. No worked out problems, no progression of mathematical thought, just formulas and definitions on this formula card. You can use both sides of the card if you wish. You could also bring scratch paper if you wish. There should be enough space on the exam copy itself for you to do all of your work, but if you feel that that's not going to be necessary or not possible, then you can bring scratch paper. If you do any work on scratch paper, then it will be attached to your test along with the formula card when you are finished. What not to bring? Do not bring a graphing calculator of any kind, any calculator that can store images or formulas. We do not want you to have preset formulas in your calculator to begin with. Do not bring any electronic devices, iPads, iPhones, anything of that sort, anything that can store pictures, nothing like that. And if you do bring a backpack with books and other resources, you'll be asked to leave that at the front of the testing center. So you should be devoid of any of these things as you come to take your exam. Best wishes.